Hello and welcome to episode 20 of Two Girls and a Cat podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Carolyn.
Think about that one.
I was just thinking there about how sad this music is because it's Leia's theme from Star Wars.
So we thought we'd commemorate the passing of Leia.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher, sorry, with her music. But yeah, welcome to episode 20. End of year, beginning of year.
Beginning of 2017.
We were meant to do this before Christmas, but with Christmas being
hectic
as
and
it
everything.
is, yeah, we didn't have a chance, so we thought we'll do just a recap of the year.
Recap, and then we're going to kind of get into what's going on in 2017 in terms of movies and TV and
also
other things.
Our format for our podcast as well.
Oh
so
yeah, because we're going to change things a little bit.
We're going to change things, yes. Going to be more prepared, but however,
Not today. Let's just do it off the cuff.
Yeah, we've no preparation whatsoever. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy 2017. Let's hope it doesn't suck like last year.
Well, there's good parts and bad parts.
There was. And sometimes the bad parts just outweighed the good parts just ever so slightly. It wasn't. I mean, we lost icons. We lost a lot. We lost a lot of celebrity figures.
It was like the main discussion that dominated kind of into the New Year's Eve, Christmas period, wasn't it? Like everyone was like, "Oh, how many people we lost?" But it was like, when that all horrible episode with what happened to Carrie Fisher, and people were waiting. What was it, 4 or 5 days before she actually passed away?
Yeah.
And then what happened to her mother, Debbie Reynolds,
the day after?
And it was like, Carrie Fisher has a massive heart attack, and you think it was dramatic enough as it was in the way that it happened.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, for God's sake, 2016, come
just
on, give me a bloody break.
Just don't take
And then
her.
the irony of taking George Michael on Christmas Day. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you know what? With George Michael, he's one of these people who you're like, oh God, like, he's the same age as my dad. It's quite like, whoa, like, reality like kicks in for a second there, and it's
but
like,
what a
Jesus.
nice bloke as well. And I don't know whether this has actually reached kind of the American audiences, but over here there's been quite a few reports about what a lovely, generous man he was, and all the donations that he made and things he did to help people.
He donated to childcare. Anonymously. He helped a woman, a complete stranger, out with her IVF treatment. He used to volunteer in food shelters. Apparently his time and money was spent on trying to make other people's lives a lot better, and it's given. I mean, everyone laughed about the fact that he got caught soliciting in America,
and then he crashed into a shop.
Yes. But they never ever reported on the good side of him, so I'm kind of glad in his passing that has actually come out, because this would be the time where the all the bad things about him. You haven't really heard bad things, have you? Where people have been saying, actually, you know what a really nice bloke, and he didn't want people to know about it because it wasn't done for personal gain. It's like, people say, well, if you do something good, there's always a selfish reason behind it. But quite obviously, because they want to brag about look how good I am, whereas he didn't. He
didn't want to be the face of whatever campaign. He just wanted to
do his part.
Yeah,
and he's a figure in England that I think would be well missed. I'm not a huge George Michael fan, but my dad is, and one of his first solos. It's got all of his like very well famous songs when he came, so like Faith. And my dad used to have a tape in the car, and if you ever wanted, if all four of us were in the car, and if you ever wanted me mum to stop playing Simon and Garfunkel, Dad put George Michael on, because you would always find a song on there that you could like that was relatable, because he didn't just do these soft ballads, he did upbeat songs as well. But George, Jesus, and Jesus wept.
Poor man. Anyway,
so
let's not talk about death.
We had some. For me personally, the sadness of 2016 just kicked in right towards the end of the year. I had a really crap time towards the end, but there were some good things. Like my sister had a really good year in her career. We did some good stuff.
Yeah.
So
we've been around and done various cons, and we've obviously got this off the ground.
And just 2016 was a bit meh. It was just like, for not in everything, because I don't want to make it out like it was really that bad of a year, because it really wasn't.
See, it was alright for me. 2015 was a really shit year for me, but then 2016 kind of made up for it.
Yeah. And I think 2017 will make up.
This one is going to be good, I hope, anyway.
I think the reason that we look so we're not looking as positively as 2016 as we would previous years. I think it is to the amount of people that were lost. Because it was big names like Alan Rickman. Whoa. Sorry. Alan Rickman, David Bowie, Prince, Harper Lee. Just all these, like, whoa, it's just...
There's too many.
It is. So we'll move past the dead people.
But, so top 3 movies of 2016, go.
Rogue One. Rogue One, without a shadow of a doubt. That film, I've seen it 3 times now, and it's incredible. It is absolutely incredible to take something that we knew from A New Hope and make it into this feature-length film is just, it's incredible. It was absolutely brilliant. Well, one of yours?
I was going to say, though, with Rogue One, I think it was, like, people who, like, a couple of people who I work with who have seen it just before New Year. And I think they all say, if you've never seen Star Wars before, if you're out there, if you've slept inside of a cave all of your life, watch this first and then maybe go watch the New Hope.
Yeah,
and
it's a
Empire
good starting.
The Jedi.
It is a good starting point.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, Rogue One, The Jungle Book.
I know I love Rogue One. Rogue One in my top 3 are the 3 films that I absolutely loved, but Jungle Book really took us by surprise. I hate the Disney Jungle Book for some reason. I just do not like that film.
The cinematography was absolutely stunning, especially at the end where you had the whole face-off.
I was terrified.
That tiger was like... Whoa.
You know the story of Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So in my head, I've already worked out from... I've already worked out what the story is.
Christopher Walken is King Louis.
Oh,
Come on.
Absolutely amazing. Me, my sister, and a kid down the other end was sitting with our hands over our eyes because of how intense the tiger was at the end. But one of the most beautifully put together films I have. It's given us hope that Beauty and the Beast, even though Emma Watson is going to be in it.
I know we're not massive Emma Watson fans.
But it's given me hope that I can overcome. I can oversee that and look at the actual film.
I mean, Disney do everything right.
They just
99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
If they can do Beauty and the Beast right, bearing in mind it's Emma Watson, and she only tends to play Emma Watson. If they can do that right, then I've got hope for whatever live action movie is going to come after that, because they're going to do Mulan.
Yeah.
Which I think will be absolutely amazing.
I think what they can do now, and especially seeing Jungle Book, I've now seen the Cinderella one. I know you say it was good.
Oh, it's so good. I've seen it like 10 times.
I've not seen it, but I'm not...
It's good. Apart from Haley Atwell's in it with blonde hair, and I just keep thinking, that's Peggy Carter with blonde hair. Peggy.
Get back to S.H.I.E.L.D.
Get
back on my telly.
She's had a show cancelled.
We're devastated. Well, S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they have their mid-season break, and Peggy would fill that slot until they came back. Now they've got somebody else who was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and she's a non-character for me, don't give 2 monkeys about her. But me and Anthony not watching it out of protest because Peggy should be on my telly.
Yes.
They left it wide open. Peggy should be on my telly in January. Devastated. What were we talking about?
So, top 3 films. So, yeah, Rogue One, Jungle Book for me, and Fantastic Beasts.
Well, if you're picking Fantastic Beasts, which I thought is incredible, I absolutely loved it. One of my favourite films of this year is Captain America: Civil War. You forget it was out. Do you know what? You forget that Deadpool came out in February last year.
Very good as well.
You know, you forget these films that came out, but Captain America: Civil War was the best story. No, it's not, because Winter Soldier is always the best film they've ever done. But everything rides on the back of Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like. The standard of movie now is on the back of Winter Soldier. So to get that same feeling that you had in Winter Soldier in this, and I know it's done by the same brothers, but they're going to go on and do Infinity Wars, so you're going to get that in the next Avengers film. So it's just incredible. I can't wait for what Marvel are coming up with over the next few years.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's talk about what we're looking forward to in 2017. Films that are coming out.
We're looking forward to. So, just off the top of my head, Batman the Lego Movie.
Every time I see that trailer, I'm like, yes.
I am in tears. I am in absolute tears.
It's so good. I just love it.
The Lego Movie was absolutely hilarious. I love that film.
I've never seen any of them,
What? You've not seen the Lego Movie? Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. And you call yourself a Chris Pratt fan. You tweeted at Chris Pratt the other day.
I did.
And you've not seen the Lego Movie.
I tried to get Chris Pratt on this show. I'm doing you a solid here.
We're trying.
I'm trying my bloody best.
But yeah, oh no, Carolyn, that film is so good. It's so funny.
I mean, can I just say as well, films that I am asked about not in 2017, Power Rangers.
Oh, couldn't give
it. It can go fuck off, because I just...
First swear word. If you've noticed, we are... Hang on, what are we in? We are in...
About minute 10 or something.
12 minutes, Carolyn. 12 minutes. I haven't swore once.
You haven't swore once, doing really well.
My resolution this year is not to swear in this podcast. I got pulled up by my 13-year-old nephew about my swearing. So
well, it needed to be said.
It was too much.
But also out this year is Kong, Skull Island.
Oh, I haven't seen the trailer for that one.
I really need to see it.
I haven't seen the trailer for that one. I'll see it, but I haven't seen the trailer.
I want to see it. It's got a huge bloody monkey in it. Of course I want to see it.
Oh,
I watch anything with huge gorillas and monkeys in.
Have you seen Gorillas in the Mist?
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, Aunt put us off that.
Yeah.
There's a big gorilla gets
Do you not
killed.
like Planet of the Apes? Like those ones?
Which ones?
The last one was really good.
Love them.
See?
That comes out this year as well.
Yeah.
I love the Planet of the Apes franchise that they've just done. It's great.
Well.
What else we got?
Logan. Yeah. There's a new Triple X film as well. Again, not bothered about that.
Never seen them.
I've seen the first one, but that was enough for me. Like.
Oh, Trainspotting 2.
Trainspotting 2. Would go and see it. Don't know if I'm that arsed. But I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to. Purely because it was one of those movies that when it came out, people were like, oh. But it's kind of gathered a bit of a cult following. Because it came out in like 2014. John Wick.
Oh my god, I love John Wick.
John Wick 2 is out this year.
Yes. Oh no,
and he's got a new dog.
Better not kill this dog.
They better not kill this one.
We saw what happened when they killed the first dog. Jesus. Don't kill John's dog.
I just absolutely loved how, because I saw it in Orlando, and there was like this group of guys who in one of the big fight scenes was just like jumping up, punching the air, shadow boxing.
Oh, that's amazing.
And like, yeah, John, kick his ass. Like,
I love that.
And it was so funny. Like, I was laughing more at that than I was.
But do you not think because how just Keanu Reeves?
He's brilliant.
He's brilliant. I'm sorry. I know sometimes his acting is a bit out there, especially in Dracula. Oh my god, that was horrible. But he is a really good actor, and he's a really down to earth guy. And you root for him.
What a lovely bloke!
Really
what a lovely bloke as well. Like somebody else who does a lot.
Yeah, it does a lot,
and doesn't take any credit for it.
That guy lives a very, very normal life for a person who really doesn't need to.
And what a shit life he's had so far, bless his little heart.
I know, he lost his baby, lost the
girlfriend.
Baby mama, lost his sister. Jesus, he's had it a bit hard, but he's...
Anyway.
But that's it though, when things like that, when you can relate to an actor, you can then relate sometimes to the character they portray, and that's what you're rooting for.
Yeah, true.
What else?
50 Shades 2 is coming out. 50 Shades
Darker. Of not a chance.
50 Shades of shit.
Not a chance. I've not seen that. I tell you what, I actually read the first page of the book and thought, are you having a laugh?
This...
Who has wrote this? The sentences didn't make sense. She's a terrible writer.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect.
But it was kind of like the first bit of smutty writing.
No, she just was really good at marketing. She brought that book out when it was the Euros and all the men were fixated on the telly and the housewives had nothing to do.
True.
She was a marketing genius, but that book is an absolute pile of shit. She cannot... Stephanie, what's that face who wrote Twilight?
Oh, yeah.
That book that is horrendous. That is like films, my nephew wrote that book.
Right, I never understood that with Twilight. Right, let's get into it. Let's just put down this topic for a second, because I'm going to have a whinge about the following people.
Rant? I'm going to rant.
Robert Pattinson.
Oh, dirty.
And Kristen Stewart.
Do they look dirty?
They look like they need a good wash. The pair of them. They should definitely, after having had a bath, go and take some acting lessons.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that my chops would be absolutely Oscar winning. However, if I was being paid millions of pounds stroke dollars to do whatever...
I wouldn't look like a docile bitch who just go, what? Emma Watson can act better than her. That is saying something.
Emma Watson, I would rather watch all of her films back to back than watch another Kristen Stewart film, and that I'll put this out into context here.
I thought the first Twilight film was very visually beautiful. There was some scenes, just the scenery, Carolyn, the colouring that they used, it was beautiful, but it does not take away from the fact
it was
awful. It was terrible.
And everyone was losing the shit over Robert Pattinson. I remember one of my friends actually at work. I mean, this is going back like 2007, 2008 sort of time. And she was like obsessed with Robert Pattinson.
Because he was Cedric? Is that not it?
I don't get it.
Oh, he looks fugly as anything. But was it not because he was Cedric?
I don't know.
Because that's what when the minute I saw him, I was it's Cedric Diggory.
Cedric Diggory, we can all get down with, but you know that.
But not that he just looks filthy. He looks like he needs a good... And she just needs to go and put her head in a cement mixer, because it would be more entertaining than watching her act or her dumb face. Kristen Stewart, dumb face.
Like Sansa dumb face.
It's like Sansa dumb face. She has dumb face.
But wasn't Kristen Stewart voted this year something like one of the best, well, for 2016, one of the best dressed women or something, or most influential in terms of fashion or something?
Are you kidding me? She looks like she went to the bin and picked up the first thing she found.
Sometimes that's what people want to see.
I don't want to see
on
that.
the pages of Vogue and all that sort of rubbish.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's rant over. Let's not get too into that. Other movies coming out this year, and because I just love animation so much, and I love DreamWorks, The Boss Baby.
Oh, I've never heard that
which is narrated by former Spider-Man Tobey Maguire.
Oh.
Alec Baldwin's in it.
Alec Baldwin.
Who we just love.
Alec Baldwin.
So it's
Team American Man.
It's from the sounds of it. It sounds a little bit like he's going to be a little bit like Stewie from Family Guy type of attitude. Intelligent baby who rows with his 7-year-old brother, who's baby's in charge. It looks pretty awesome.
The pictures, it reminds us. Do you know that? No, it doesn't. It doesn't remind us of that. But the first thing that came to my head when you said like narrated by, it just. Did you see Inside Out?
Yes.
Oh, I love that film. That film is so.
Love Inside Out.
I hope one day I can put my child in front of the telly and put Inside Out on and say, "This is it, kid. This is what it's all about." Because it's such a life lesson in there. It's unreal.
Oh, it's amazing. Like I just love Pixar and Disney and.
I don't get all
DreamWorks.
I don't get all uppity about it as much as Carolyn does, but I do get it.
I just love the animation. I like watching The Good Dinosaur was a brilliant movie.
She made us watch the first 10 minutes of it, and I made her turn it off.
If you watch the way that the quality of the animation is amazing.
You would look at it with a different eye than I would. Yeah. I'm looking at a film and a story.
Yeah.
You're looking at the creation behind it. It's going to be completely different viewings because you're looking at something different than what I'm looking at.
True.
Go on.
Star Wars 8 comes out in December.
Oh, it's going to be so
and it's
sad.
going to be really emotional and...
it's going to be so sad.
Poor Carrie's final film, because she did finish all of her work on this one, thankfully.
Did. But what we were just talking about this before we started recording, she is got... she had a bigger role in this apparently. Now this is just apparently. Everything we're saying is just rumoured. So Disney have said they're gonna do what they can with the character to where it's not disrespectful. But they had a big massive insurance policy on her. So does that mean they use that money to not only recoup their loss of an actor, but also put into the animated, or not the animated, the CGI to finish, just like they did with Philip Seymour Hoffman in Hunger Games?
Yes, because that was so good.
I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, and I also, I mean, not that it was as good as that, but not that you probably haven't seen it, Fast and the Furious with Paul Walker. Right,
Walker. No.
Because they used his brother.
They did. They used both of his brothers. Yeah. What they can do with CGI is getting so much better than what they've done before. Rogue One is a prime example of that. Yeah. And they can only get better going on. So hopefully by the time, because they've delayed shooting episode 9, then they've got to sit. But the writers have got to get back to the storyboard. They may have to change things. But I hope it's not. I hope it doesn't.
I would love to know what's been planned originally, then what comes out at the end.
I think we'll know.
We'll get to find out.
Yeah, I think we will.
Which will be really interesting.
There's too many sources out there.
Yeah, I think they said that she was going to play quite an important role in episode 9.
A lot of people thought she was going to be killed off in episode 9 because not episode 8 because Han was killed. So they're trying to get rid of the bigger cast members to bring forward the newer ones, but that's not the reason why Han died for. What's his name? Harrison Ford wanted to go an empire. This was just an easier way to get out of...
Do you know what, though? Because Harrison Ford is such a miserable bastard, right? Second swear word. Because Carrie Fisher was so involved with all of the Star Wars fans and the franchise and everything, both her and Mark Hamill have done like a really stellar job with it. Harrison Ford never attends any Comic Cons, nothing. Given that it's Star Wars Celebration in Orlando in April this year, wouldn't it just be really nice and redeem himself as a human being to go for one day and sign something and be with the fans
and sit
with maybe
the people.
Talk a little bit just for 20 minutes?
Sit with the people who need him the most right now.
Like, wouldn't that just mean the world?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if he just thinks, well, you know, I don't owe the public anything, why not think about, you know, the people who he was involved in that movie with? Why not do it for someone like Mark Hamill and just be like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to go and kind of do it for her.
Do it for her.
Do it for her.
Do it for her legacy, for her. Do it to the people who right now, I know this sounds really sad, but when you get involved with a fandom as big as Star Wars,
it's a family.
It is a family. When we were at Star Wars Celebration, not once did we feel uncomfortable.
Everyone was so nice.
They were so lovely. Everyone, it was a community, and to be involved in a community like that. I mean, I've been involved in the comic community for a couple of years now, and it is such a half and half community. You have the half who I've dealt with in comic book shops before, who you know will tut and hum and ha at the fact of a girl being in there, and then I have the other half who are majority of males telling us you don't need it's very half and half community. But when you have the Star Wars community, it's one whole community, and it's nice, and these are the things that you hear about on Twitter when people are talking about the fandom community. This is what just being involved in it. I can't put into words what it feels like. So I can't put into words how Star Wars fans are feeling right now and what they actually need to get through this. People commit their lives to this.
Like that guy who we saw at Star Wars Celebration, we were waiting for the doors to open.
What a guy.
And there was that guy who was by himself.
All by himself.
Who we ended up chatting to. And he'd been all over wasn't he American? Was he American?
No, he was English.
And he'd been all over the world
To look
following
at him,
this.
to look at him, you'd think he would be a stamp collector.
Yeah.
You really would. He was very well off. He was very... His accent was very... That posh southern accent.
Yeah.
That I kind of buyed.
Accentless English accent that you get.
I kind of buyed it. But he was nothing but lovely, nothing but pleasant.
Yeah.
And Carolyn asked him probably the smartest question she's ever asked in her life. If you were us and this was your first time here, what would you do first? And he was the one who told us to go and get our tickets for the merchandise.
And we're pleased that we did.
We did, because we saw Mark Hamill then.
Mm-hmm.
However, if we waited to go and get my Rogue One t-shirt like I really wanted, we would have seen him again.
Damn it.
That t-shirt's going to haunt me for the rest of my life. It's going to haunt us.
God damn.
Damn it.
There's always other celebrations, Sam. I think 2018 we should maybe revisit.
Of course.
The Star Wars celebration. That's just my...
Yeah. Didn't we say even if it came close to us?
If it's in Europe, I'd go.
Yeah, I'd go.
Like Germany or something, I'd go.
They're not that expensive holidays.
If it was in like Berlin or something,
and I would do the full convention, because we missed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because we only went for the first day and we missed a Rogue One panel.
Bearing in mind, 2018 is going to be the year of the final Star Wars movie.
Of this, yeah, it's
not the standalone ones that are going to come after it, but the final Star Wars film of pure Star Wars
in the trilogy setting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, whatever you would call it, it's nine films, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They always do them ones in threes.
Yes. So
we have more to come of Star Wars over the next few years. We're gonna have enough Star Wars that we don't know what to do with it.
Oh yeah, because we've got that whole standalone Han Solo film.
Darth Vader has a film. That's gonna be amazing. They got him so right in Rogue One. Oh my God, what are they gonna do with him on his own? Oh, it's so exciting. What were we talking about? We've won from one thing and jumped that way.
Things to look forward to in 2017.
Oh, that's right.
In terms of TV and movies.
Oh my God, so we got Spider-Man.
Yes.
I'll shout that again. Spider-Man, Homecoming. Wonder Woman. I cannot wait.
That bloody music.
How?
Gets me amped.
I mean...
I need motivation to go back to the gym, right? And I'm seriously considering
just downloading that.
Yeah, just listening to it.
That music that, If I hadn't... I know a lot of people had a problem with Batman vs Superman, and if you want to hear my thoughts on it, go and read my last article of the year that I did for Nerdfeed. But if I had not watched that film, I would not be where I am with Wonder Woman right now.
Because you hated Wonder Woman.
I couldn't get it. I think because she was far too commercialised that it wasn't as special as my heroes because they were in the shadow. Do you know what I mean? She was just too far out there. But now I'm like, I need to know more. She's got so much history. I need to know this. I need to know that. My sister bought us an amazing book on the guy who created Wonder Woman, because I've actually got a new writing job coming up, and I'm going to be... I'll talk about that in a bit, but I'm going to be writing more about women in comics, women who work in comics, women in character in comics, and this book was recommended to her. She listened to a podcast, and it was like on their top 5 books they recommended of the year. And I can't wait to get into it. But it stems from Batman vs Superman. If I can take anything away from that film, it is what Gal Gadot did for me to see how amazing she is. Because I know you've always liked her.
Yeah, love Wonder Woman. Actually, when I was going through all my... I had a bit of a spring clean today, which included this drawer I've got, which is Sam's seen it. It's just rammed with, like... nerdy t-shirts and things. I've had a bit of a clear out. It's still pretty full, but not maybe bursting at the seams. And there must be about 5 Wonder Woman t-shirts.
I don't have any. Anth has one. Anth has a DC Bombshell. You know the print I got you?
Oh yeah.
He has that in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a really cool picture.
I have Wonder Woman underwear. So
yeah.
Second third. I'm doing well, mine, given that every other word that comes out of my mouth on the other ones is F this and F that.
This is true.
It was terrible. Wonder Woman and...
Logan.
Meh. I'll see it. But
I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
I think I
think it's going to come out of nowhere and bite you in the arse, because I think we're totally thinking, nah, Logan.
If you've listened to us before and know that Old Man Logan was one of the first comic books, if not the first comic book I ever read. And that sounds like the path they're going down. I don't know how I feel about it. They can't do it the way that it's done in the comic because they don't own Hulk. They don't own Red Skull. They don't own Spider-Man. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Because Sony does.
Yes,
they don't own Hawkeye. They don't own some of the major characters that are in that, so they can't do Old Man Logan. They can't. And if you put other characters in there, it ain't going to make any sense. But, saying that, I've heard X-23 is going to be introduced in this. I love X-23, so I'd be very excited to see that. However, I have no investment in the X-Men movies or the Logan or the Wolverine ones previously. I've not watched any of them. I've watched the X-Men ones, but not the Wolverine. So
I quite like Wolverine.
Who doesn't like Wolverine?
I do quite like Wolverine, but I know people go, oh, there's too many. Like, it's getting a bit too confusing with the whole X-Men thing, which I can kind of see why that would be
because the universes don't mesh together like what I think they should. However, you've got to give it for them. I always say this: you've got to give somebody for trying. If they don't try, you never know what doesn't work and what does work. So,
let's talk about possibly the most exciting film of this year.
I'm bursting.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is out on 5th of May.
I cannot wait.
It is going to be incredible.
We have to see that opening night. We have to see that on Friday. If it'll come out on Friday. We are seeing that on that Friday. We are. You cannot say you can go a week knowing that is out and you haven't seen it.
It's actually my partner's birthday on the 5th of May.
Damn it! Saturday then. Oh, you are joking.
Sorry. see what's what. Maybe we will go, maybe we won't. Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're still doing them.
Dead Man Tell No Tales is coming out.
Oh, we saw the trailer for that with them
on the 19th of May. It's going to be really, really good.
Javier Bardem's in it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing it.
I'm in the middle. I'd started doing some artwork for it because you know they changed the logo of the skull. Every Pirates film has got a different skull.
Did not know that.
Go and look it up.
Was not that interested.
Baywatch is coming out.
Will be seeing that.
I think that'll be pretty funny.
How man, The Rock, it looks hilarious. Did you know he's playing Mitch Buchanan though?
Yes.
He is actually Mitch Buchanan.
Yeah.
Like, could you not have given him a different name?
They were filming that on Long Beach when I was in California last year.
Tell me you were in like spitting different Zac Efron.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love Zac Efron.
He's so good.
I don't find him attractive. I just think he's really funny.
Well,
Bad Neighbours is one of my go-to films when I'm feeling a bit down. I go and watch Bad Neighbours just to go and cheer myself up because he is hilarious.
But aren't they redoing The Mummy? And Tom Cruise is in it.
Oh, shut up. Tom Crazy Cruise.
Yeah. No. Russell Crowe's in it as well.
I'll be giving that one a miss.
I mean, I think Disney's biggest film of next year, apart from Beauty and the Beast, is going to be Cars 3.
I've never even
seen
the first
Cars.
one.
It's really cool.
Oh, wow. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Now, Thor Ragnarok is going to be the game changer in Marvel because we're going to learn more about the Infinity Stones. If you remember in Civil War.
Yes.
Not Civil War. Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron at the end.
He goes and he's going to
Thanos at the end has got the...
Yeah, and Thor's going to go and find out more about these stones. So he's the only one looking into it. So this one is...
what he did.
Yeah, and it's going to be... It's just going to... It's leading up to Infinity Wars. Because that's going to be epic. If they cannot mess that up. They cannot.
It's going to be cool.
Thor Ragnarok confirmed Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki. One of the best.
He's so good.
Not the best.
He's kind of like Alan Rickman as a baddie.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
That charming...
Like evil English voice.
Love it.
He's the new Alan Rickman.
Nobody will ever take that.
No, he's not Alan Rickman.
Just,
but he's the new version of what Alan Rickman kind of embodies.
So Loki's back, but he's not the best Marvel villain. The best Marvel villain is David Tennant in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, he was creepy.
He was terrifying. What he could do to people and what he was willing to do to people was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So that's films. I want to get into TV because we do a lot with TV.
Right.
So Game of Thrones.
Game
is
of
back in
Thrones.
July for the last season. So we're gonna do our recaps. We're gonna be third swear word shit hot on it. But this is the last one, and the pictures that are coming out with Jon Snow and Daenerys in the same military uniform with the wolves and the dragons. Yes. Yes, bitch.
It's gonna be awesome.
Take my money.
So, how it's all gonna end? And isn't there only 7 episodes to Game of Thrones or something this season?
7 episodes, but longer.
Right.
Longer time.
What, like
on
an
the
hour and a
episode?
half or
We're
something?
looking at longer time, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
But this is ending the whole series. Walking Dead returns February.
Yes.
Holy hell, was that last episode?
Is the season going to end
No.
where Rick redeems himself?
No.
Oh, you have to wait to season 8.
Yes.
Right.
Look at it this way. They have taken up to, how many episodes? 6, 7 episodes?
Yeah.
To get Rick into a mindset where he's ready to start.
Fighting back again.
To fight back.
Yeah.
They had to do that, otherwise that emotional punch at the end where Daryl and Rick reunite and they get, and Maggie, and they all come together and they decide to rise up, as they're calling it in the promotional. But that needed to, what Rick is going through needed to happen to get him, to make that so powerful. I bawled my eyes out at the last bit of that, just thinking, I practically high-fived the room. There was nobody there with us. Anth was on the computer. I was sitting watching it. It was like gone midnight, and I'm like, get in! Like, I was so
happy.
Like, we all wanted Rick to get there. We've all been pushing it and pushing it, but it happened, like it always does in that program, happens so naturally. It's natural reactions. You can't, like, he watched 2 people, one especially who has been with him since day one. That is the first person he saw when this all happened to him. Watch him die. Yeah. That has to do something to your head. You cannot say, like, Maggie was ready to fight the instant it was over. Yeah. Rick, it was like,
I don't think she'd be ready, but I think it was pure grief reaction
and rage, but
the feeling was there, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Rick wasn't. Not everyone is going to react in the same way. He was a broken man, and just to see him he's not back, but to see him get his fight ready, they're going to be clever. They've got to be one step ahead. They're going to join forces with King Ezekiel. Now, I haven't read the comics from now on. Yeah. I do know what happens to Negan. Right. So, if they go down the route of the comic, I think they'll play it out a lot longer than to take us into the 8th series. Because it would do that character more justice.
He's such a good character, you can't really just kind of get rid of him dead quick. Yeah. It would have to be something.
It can't be like look at the governor. The governor was in it for a long time, and he got what was coming to him at the right time.
Well, he deserves nothing less, really, does he?
The thing is, though, if you look at it from the other side, Negan doesn't see himself doing anything wrong. In his eyes, Rick's the bad guy. Yeah. So, I don't know. I can't wait. I really can't wait. So, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. What else do we watch? Supergirl.
Loving Supergirl. Haven't watched. Where am I up to? I'm on season 1, still like episode 9 or something.
See, I'm a binge watcher.
See yourself.
And I have more time than Carolyn because I only work 3 days a week. So, I've binged that program.
Well, tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day. Well, tomorrow afternoon, in night time, I'll not be doing much.
It's my day of rest.
So, well, not day of rest. I think I'm going to be doing artwork tomorrow. But I'm thinking I really want to watch. I've been meaning to do this all over Christmas and New Year and still haven't done it. I want to watch A New Hope.
Aww.
I just fancy watching it. And I'm going to watch some Supergirl too.
Supergirl has been the shock of 2016 for me because I watched the pilot and I bawled my eyes out at the pilot, but then I was like, man, there was just so much I just watching.
Love Callista Flockhart.
That woman is one of the best things that's in that program, and I can't talk anymore because you've not seen it, so we'll move on from that. But Supergirl is coming back. The Flash, I watched The Flash.
And I've totally dropped off with The Flash.
So,
I need to like
just
I want to watch it all from the start.
the memes of The Flash is hilarious. I've like with 2016, and it's like, don't blame the universe, blame Barry Allen for changing the timeline. But this season, they did a huge crossover, the CW. They did Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, and Supergirl, and they brought them all together in one massive. And we had to sit, like, I don't watch Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow.
See, like, Virginia's watched Arrow. I think you watched, like, the first season.
Do you know, I watched from the third season.
It was alright, and then it kind of went...
It did. I watched the third season onwards. I just read the first two. I just read what happened. It was easier than going back over them because they're really long.
We've watched some Supergirl ones together, and you say, oh, this is actually quite good.
Supergirl it's that little surprise that's like, oh, yes, this just works. This and Melissa Benoit. I should remember that. Benoist. She is adorable and goofy, and I just love her. I love the way she plays Supergirl. I do. It's such a good cast.
She's married to a Jenna.
She's not.
Not anymore, but was married to a Jenna.
She's not. She's getting divorced. To have Martian Manhunter in Supergirl, spoilers if you've not seen it, but it's so good. And the villains that they use are all very familiar Superman and Supergirl villains, and Ant's sitting there going, oh my god, I can't believe like Livewire is in it. It's like really, really good.
But that's more topical at the minute. More current. What's actually going on the TV right now, and only ever happens in the new year, every year. Sherlock.
You didn't really... You built that up to the point where it was like... Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes
came back on New Year's Day, and it's on again this Sunday on BBC.
Can you believe that it has been 3 years since we saw the last Sherlock? Not the Victorian one,
really?
But the 3 years since we saw the last Sherlock.
He's been busy, man. He's been Doctor Strange.
He's Doctor Strange and...
everything else.
Smog?
Yeah, he's been doing...
At some point.
He had things to do, you know.
But, yeah, Doctor Strange was a good film this year. Can't wait to get that on DVD. Anyways,
have you seen the Blu-ray coming out?
Yes.
The case of the Blu-ray, it's amazing.
I am getting. I said to Anne, because we're moving about that time, and I was like, I know money's tight.
That weekend when you moved in, that's what you're going to do.
Getting that box. That is, if I don't get anything else out of my bonus in March, I'm getting that box. That's it. I don't care. I'm having that. I don't do, like, I've only just started buying Blu-rays again. I sold all my DVDs. I sold nearly over $2.5 grand's worth of DVDs for nothing because they're not worth anything. Yeah. Sold them all, and I've only just started buying Blu-rays again because I have a PlayStation 4. My PlayStation 3, the disc drive broke on it, so I couldn't. I stopped buying stuff.
Just sell it then.
No, because it's I can still download games on my I don't need the PlayStation 3, but I still like to have it. I still got a Wii. I've got all my old consoles there. Christ, I'm surprised if I didn't have my Mega Drive, if my mother didn't throw it out. Oh, what else? Sherlock, that was it. First episode I actually enjoyed, but it was very predictable. Yeah. I could see where it was going.
Yeah. There was too much focus on Mary and John, and you kind of, obviously you see that part where John meets that girl on the bus, and it's like he's starting to waver and question his relationship status with his wife and where's it going.
And then in real life.
And in real life as well, because they were together.
A lot there, didn't it?
Apparently that was apparently that was a little bit weird for them, obviously. But then, obviously when she dies, spoiler, is like devastated. But I think Sherlock is more devastated than him.
Yeah. I think Mary meant more to him.
As a friend.
I think that's the first, apart from John. Like, Sherlock is the worst friend in the world. I was ranting at my mum earlier. He treats John with nothing but...
contempt.
He is nothing but disrespectful to him. He is always undermining him. Yeah. He is always putting him down. He faked his own death. He then came back and expected everything to be fine again. He then... The wedding was one of the most bizarre episodes ever written. It was poorly put together. Just for... It just didn't seem right. I just didn't like it. And then he is put his wife in a position where she is being killed. He is the worst friend in the world. But that episode, for me, I feel the series is coming to a close. I don't think we're going to get any more. I think once this is
This,
over,
I think
they're
this
going to be
needs
done.
to end. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be done. I think they might come back in a few years' time with
Do
a
a
Christmas special or something like that. But I think it's coming to an end. But we need Mary out the way because the Sherlock story is all about Sherlock and John.
It doesn't need a third wheel.
It doesn't need no, it doesn't. And they're gonna in the next episode. I feel it's gonna take a while, but they're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna get back into what Sherlock is about.
Sherlock versus Moriarty.
That's it. If anyone's read any Sherlock books, that is the main focal point. And I mean, I know there's other villains in there, but it just needs to get back into that because that's what made it brilliant. I know Benedict Cumberbatch is an amazing actor and he is perfect for the role. I can't watch the Robert Downey Jr. one because of just
it's not him.
I have never ever turned a film off. I have always given it the benefit of the doubt, or I've sat at the end and went, I watched Maze Runner for Christ's sake. All the way through, I watched 10 minutes of Sherlock with Robert Downey Jr. I was done. I was like, this is abysmal.
Can't do it.
Absolutely horrendous. And speaking of abysmal, look who's on the telly now.
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy. I'm sorry, Tom, what you saying?
We can't understand.
I've seen him.
Didn't he read on CBeebies, which is like a children's TV?
Understand that?
It's a children's TV show, and Tom Hardy narrated on CBeebies and sent the internet into meltdown because all the housewives were like creaming their pants over Tom Hardy. But like, you know what? Like, he's Tom Hardy. It's just.
It's just like, do you know what the worst thing that I can't believe I would actually say this out loud? Do you know how many times I've seen Legend?
A lot.
More than once.
It's good film.
I like biographies. My brain sometimes.
Well, the Craze are a really good subject to be biographical
I watched a really
them,
good documentary on the Craze before. I've done it again. I've lost my train of thought. Tom Hardy. No wonder I lost my train of thought because I had that to contend with.
Tom Hardy, Kristen Stewart, and Emma Watson.
Put them in a room together. See who comes out first.
Put them on a bus off a cliff. We care that much. See, goddammit, you took Carrie Fisher, you took Alan Rickman.
And you left us with Kristen Stewart?
How bloody dare you?
Even Barry.
There is no justice.
There is not.
There is zero justice.
2017 can do anything. Take Kristen Stewart.
Oh, don't say that. I know I said something very similar, but not in the exact direct
I just said
consequence.
It.
Yeah.
So TV's good, films are good.
Tell you what we didn't mention before.
What's that?
Blade Runner. The new Blade Runner movie's coming out.
Oh, I've not seen the first one.
Oh, fucking hell. Have you seen Beverly Hills Cop yet, Sam?
You know I haven't.
Have you seen Lethal Weapon yet?
I haven't.
All of our listeners may remember on more than one occasion last year that Sam promised me that she would watch both of those movies before the 31st of December 2016. Has she shite? However, she has managed to get her eyes tested and get some good, proper glasses, which is really good going, so well done you. But I tell you what we do need to talk about, just on a personal level. Sam's a pescatarian now. Which I thought was really ironic, given that I call her Dory.
Oh,
from Dory.
She was absolutely made up with herself with this one.
And I thought about it in depth and thought, Sam now will only eat fish, so Dory will only eat Dory.
Yeah. Cannibalism and cannibalism. It's some next level Silence of the Lamb shit.
It is. I watched that the other night, actually. And do you know what? What a bloody great film that is.
That is one of the first films that ever scared me.
It is. Do you know what? It's one of those stories where I was thinking, as I was watching it, do you know what it is? It's been a long time since anybody made a film that you watched and you were like on the edge of your seat watching it. I have never seen a really good movie like that for a long time.
My favourite book in the world, and it's the one book I can go back to over, and I think I've gone through 3 copies of this book. When it comes to reading, I like my biographies, I like my comic books, I like something that my mind is not going to take too much, because my concentration levels are terrible. I get very tired very easy. Yeah. But Red Dragon is the one book I can go back to over and over again. I love Thomas Harris's series of Hannibal. I don't like Hannibal Rising, but I love the series of Hannibal Lecter. Silence of the Lambs. Apart from when I was a kid, I watched a film called Dolly Dearest. Scared the bejesus out of us, but that just scared us. I have never had a film terrify us. And when I was at my friend's house, and we came downstairs, and our dad was watching Silence of the Lambs, and we were just getting a drink, and I was sat on the settee, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And he was telling us, "Oh, it's about this cannibal." And I was 10 years old, and to learn what a cannibal was at 10 years old freaked me out. I was so scared. I got a trapped nerve in my leg, and I couldn't stop shaking.
Do you know what? This just puts our childhood differences into context. When I was 5, me and my brother, who was like 3 years older than me, God, how my parents not even monitor what we were up to? I was watching my dad's Stephen King VHS.
Excellent.
What's it called? The one with the vampires? Salem's Lot.
Oh, right.
Salem's Lot we watch. Saw it.
Right. We watched it recently.
Yeah. It's funny actually now when you watch it.
It's hilarious.
But they're remaking it as well.
They are.
Year.
I'm not scared of... I've never been scared of horror films. I'm not scared of... I wasn't scared of like Kruger, of slasher films. I had a friend who used to watch, who, if we ever wanted to watch the most bizarre films, we would just go to her house. I was introduced to Elvira at a very young age because of this friend, and who I still know today. And she, if we wanted to watch unusual films, it was like, come to my house and we're going to watch Dolly Dearest, for example. She was the one who put it on.
Well, do you know what else? Like, everyone's... I hope to God you've seen this film. If you haven't, just leave now. Have you seen Jaws?
Are you...
don't say you're fucking kidding, because... Come on, there's a...
Do you know when I saw it,
There's a backlog of films that you have to watch.
Do you know when I saw it? I'll never forget it. I was 16 years old. I'd just come back from Florida, and I'd never seen Jaws. I was 16. I am 33 now, Carolyn. There's a difference. But I came back from Florida. On the day we came back from Florida, I sat and watched Jaws with my mum, and...
It's terrifying even now.
Because
I will not go in the water because of Jaws, right? I was telling Virginia, I keep saying, I don't fuck with the sea. You don't know what's in there. I get very passionate about it. You don't know what's in there. There could be anything in there at all. And there is stuff in there, like massive sharks, that will eat you up. It was something, we're on YouTube the other day looking at videos about something else, I can't remember what it was now. And you know when you get like recommendations.
I've seen what you watch on YouTube.
Oh, I love YouTube. And like, there was this video, like the top 5 shark attacks.
Dude.
And I was like, look at these videos and look at people being attacked by sharks. I was like, I do not
Did you see the one where the guy who was in the shark tank and the shark actually got in and did nothing to him? And he got out.
He's been lucky because that would not happen. They think you're a seal and they will fucking eat you. They will fucking eat you. I see you're very
passionate about this subject.
Like, go and watch Jaws.
I've watched Jaws.
Go and watch it again and then say, it's just,
No, that is scary.
No.
It's a brilliant film. I love that film. But it doesn't scare us.
Oh, yeah.
What scares me is somebody eating somebody else. Animal versus person, animal attack person. That doesn't scare us, obviously.
Jaws is an evil bastard. He purposely hunts people.
That is Bruce.
He hunts people down.
Well, this one did. But he got what's coming to him. He died. Oh, I can see the stress on your face.
I just can't fuck with the water because of that. But anyway.
Again! Lost it. We were talking about telly. We've gone from you ripping me to pieces over Lethal Weapon.
No, being a pescatarian is
what
I was
being a pescatarian, that's right.
I was going to offer to make Sam some turkey dinosaurs this evening.
They can't eat them.
But she can't have them now. For now, because I think by the end of this year, I think you'll be back on the turkey and the chicken, if you ask me.
Well, I only did it because this year I found out I've got polycystic ovaries, and the result of that, I have very high insulin and very high What's what I'm looking for? What's what I'm looking for? Cholesterol.
Right.
And I need to make changes. And I've always, to
Your
be honest,
fish can be very high in cholesterol. You've got to be really careful, even prawns especially.
But I don't, like I said to you, I'm not intending on having fish with every meal. I just don't want to eat. I've wanted to be a vegetarian for a long time. I'm just doing it in stages. I haven't eaten red meat for nearly 3 years. I've decided to cut pork out. I'm just doing it in parts.
I think you'll be back on chicken and turkey.
I will bet you my Boba Bear
right?
that I will not be eating chicken by the end of the year.
I'm going to ask Anth to monitor.
You can ask Anth to monitor. I bet you my Boba Bear.
Right.
Which is his name, by the way.
Boba Bear.
Boba Bear.
Sorry, Wolvie, she changed the name.
But it makes sense. Boba Fett, Boba Bear, Boba Bear Fett. That I won't be eating chicken by the end of the year. I bet you my Boba Bear that I will still be the same as I am now.
Right.
Bet you.
Right.
I don't want anything in return, but I'm betting you. What else was I going to say?
Well, I mean, it's probably time to wrap it up, to be honest with you, but before we do.
Tonight we were meant to do something very different, but we haven't advertised it, so nobody knew we were doing it, so we would have just been playing to nobody. Mm-hmm. But next week, fingers crossed, if I don't delete the programme again, we're going live, bitches.
Video live,
YouTube live, next Saturday. Next Saturday?
Yep.
Next Saturday. So, I've got my 2 fingers crossed, what a child.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So yeah, we're going live. Next Saturday, you're going to see this pretty face. Carolyn's going to be there.
And I'm going to be there as well.
I am the most insecure person ever. I had an absolute meltdown the last time we tried to do something like this. I'm not doing it this time.
You're not doing it this time?
No, I'm not. I am not melting down.
I've done a couple of these videos, so you have to take one for the team now.
You have seen my hand. You will see my face next time. I may move my hand away from my face.
I used to know somebody who used to hold their hand over their face. Maybe she's even listening to this podcast, who knows? But she used to have her hand over her face when you went somewhere. And I used to just think, how could she... I'm just sitting here mimicking this woman as we're talking about it. And what a bizarre thing to have to go through your life. It's like if you imagine yourself putting like a eye patch over yourself. That's what she used to walk around like when we were out on nights out and things. Like that. She'd like walk around like that.
I put my hand over my mouth when I eat. Even if I'm not talking to anyone, I still put my hand over my mouth. I don't like people seeing us.
Yeah, that's different. When you're walking around or sitting somewhere and you sit like that, people start to think, you know, like that film Mask.
Are we talking the Jim Carrey mask?
No, I'm the sharing.
Never seen it. I know about it, I've not seen it.
Well, maybe people started to think, has she got some sort of, like, problem or... Well, she obviously
does. Somebody who's walking around with a hand on their eye. Hand over their face.
She didn't want people looking at her.
Then don't go out. Wear a mask. Wear one of them doll things that we watched.
Oh, yeah.
Wear one of them. Oh, Carolyn missed out on a perfect Christmas present. She's going to get an inflatable doll.
Oh, yeah. We watched this programme about people who dress up as dolls.
Like a doll. So they're not doing drag. They look like an actual plastic doll.
Look like a sex doll.
Yes. And we went on the website that they got their stuff from, and oh my god!
Because we were like, who buys this stuff? And then we went on, and we're like, you can actually buy this.
They have conventions and everything. There is a convention for everything. You name it, they have them.
That's just totally mad.
So next week we're going live on YouTube. We're just going to talk shiz volume 4.
Yeah.
Questions? Any questions? Please put them forward.
Yeah, let us know.
Comment down the comments or on Instagram, on our Instagram pages, mine, Carolyn's, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. We are easily contactable. We'll do a tag as well, so we because we'll just find something to talk about.
Yes.
We'll just talk shiz volume 4. And we'll do it live. We'll do it live, goddammit. We'll do it live.
We'll try not to talk about Emma Watson.
No,
and
here we go. So there's a few topics that we're not allowed to go over. 1 is Emma Watson.
Kristen
2
Stewart,
is Kristen
Tom Hardy.
Stewart. And 3 is Tom Hardy.
And I won't talk about Jaws and things that come from the sea.
Because we really don't need to hear that rant again. So yeah, why don't you go into the comments and say hello, because that'd be nice. Because we always like to... we
don't know who's listening and who's
we're on Nerdfeed, we're on YouTube, and we have no idea who's actually listening.
Do you know what? Loads of people go, oh yeah, listen to your podcast. I'm like,
well, then
why don't you bloody comment then?
Tell us then.
Not to be passive aggressive about this, but could you please tell us that you're listening and just maybe put something by way of a question that you want us to talk about or topic, whatever. Let us know.
Like, share, subscribe. Come on.
It'd be really cool, actually. If anybody's going to Teesside Comic Con in Middlesbrough, we're going, aren't we?
We are.
So if anyone's going and we want to say hi, we'll be around.
We'll be there. We will be there. And by that time, you will have seen our faces. Because guess what? I don't look like what I do in these selfie pictures. I'm just very good at taking a photograph. So
I think we should get some t-shirts made with the two girls
logo because
that Ray did
I want to do. You see, what I want to do this year is this is why I want to go live for, because I want to do more with Google Hangout, and I want to get Ray on the show.
Yeah.
I want to get Vicky on the show. Victoria can't think.
Marinara.
Yeah, I want to talk to Vicky because she is.
Awesome. Is that like marinara sauce? Or is that, I think it's like Japanese marinara.
Well, of course, she's into our anime.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Vicky because she is awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to get more people on and just make it. We very at the moment, because it's just us you're hearing. It's not, and I don't have it on iTunes. However, I am working on it.
Right.
But if we are more visual, it might make a difference. That is my thought on it.
I mean, we'll try and get Ray on.
Ray definitely.
Call him out right now, because I know if we don't, then he'll probably just make an excuse. So
yeah, but Ray did our cover art.
Yeah.
You need to go and check him out on Instagram. His Instagram is always linked down below on ours.
Yeah.
You need to go and check him out because that guy is amazing. I have.
He's gonna work for Disney, like proper. For Disney one day, I keep telling him.
He is. If he doesn't,
I've got like a one-woman campaign going to get him a job.
No, it would be their loss because he is absolutely incredible. I have fridge magnets on my fridge from him, and I have some artwork that is neatly put away with yours.
I need
I've got
to put
me
somewhere.
Deadpool picture that needs framing. I need them framing. I got a picture of my sister that needs framing. Because when I move, I'm going very grown up.
Okay.
Not having posters on my wall. Apart from, I have 2 posters on my wall, and the shoddy as anything. One's Moon Knight, and one's Green Lantern Darkest Day, and I love that picture. I need it as a print. I mean, I would have it. I'm once we go and there's no pictures going up on the wall unless they're framed. And I've said I'm not even going to paint. I'm just going to do a lot of artwork, for the minute. But I need that picture in art form, in like something better than, because it's shoddy, it's old. I've had it for years, but it's one. I don't even like Green Lantern, but I just love that picture.
Get it framed.
It's one of Ant's favourite comics. It's one of Ant's favourite characters he really loves. Green Lantern as a whole, not just Hal Jordan or any other Green Lantern. He loves the whole thing. So yeah.
Anywho.
So yeah, like, share. I keep losing track. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know who you are. Give us some questions. We're going live. God damn it, we're going live. You've not seen the Bill O'Reilly rant, have you? You don't know what I'm getting at.
No.
You've not seen Bill O'Reilly lose his shit. We're going live. God damn it.
Portia's probably going to put an appearance in.
We'll make sure Portia puts an appearance in. So yeah, that's it. Anything else?
No.
I'm
ranted out now.
Have we mentioned to like, share and subscribe?
We have plenty of time, Sam.
Help us get to 100. We're getting there. Would help us get further. Well, thanks very much.
Cheers, guys. Speak to you next time.
Cheers, my dears. Bye.
Bye.